We're currently dropshipping a product that's doing thousands of pounds per day and tens of thousands of pounds per week. In this video, I'm going to be taking some of our best performing meta ads, bringing them over to TikTok and seeing if we can make even more money using TikTok ads. I want to try and scale to over £1,000 a day in daily revenue while also being profitable. And at the very end of the video, I'll show you exactly how much I've made or lost from doing this challenge. You're going to see me make decisions real time. So without further ado, let me show you the campaign structure that we're going to follow. So I've already been through the Meta Ads Manager to find out which creatives we're actually bringing over. So at the start, I'm only going to bring over basically 3 ad sets, and this is how I've put them into TikTok. So first of all, we have an ABO with 3 ad sets, and each of the ad sets is spending £25 per day. Each of the ad groups are testing a different angle, and each ad group has around 4 to 5 videos each. This is just how we test on Facebook, so it makes sense to do the exact same over on TikTok. We've got 2 CBOs at £50 per day. Again, each of them have 3 ad groups, and CBO number 1 and CBO 2 are basically identical. We also have smart creatives turned on, so we have 4 to 5 videos each within each ad group, and we have 5 pieces of text, which means within each ad group there could be 20 to 25 unique creatives with the combinations of videos and pieces of text. Right, it's as simple as that. Our initial budget on day 1 is £175, so I want to get these campaigns spending, so I'm going to set them live, and I'll catch up with you whenever we have a bit of spend. Alright, so it is currently 2:30 PM on day 1 of our first round of testing these ads. So let me hop into the ads manager and show you exactly what we're working with after a few hours of running these ads. Today so far we have done 6 sales from our campaigns. Majority of the sales have come from CBO number 1, and we're currently acquiring customers at just under £7, which is so profitable. CBO 2 has 1 sale, and the ABO has 1 conversion as well. On the surface, our ABO campaign is performing very badly. However, if we actually click in and dive a bit deeper, we can see that the ad set that got the actual purchase is profitable. All the other metrics are looking quite good as well. 2.59% click-through on CBO number 1. And the click-throughs on CBO 2 and ABO 1 are also both over 1%, which I've heard is kind of like the benchmark. Cost per clicks are all under £1, which is great. And the ROAS is over £4 on CBO number 1, which is unbelievably profitable. As you can see to the very right hand side of the screen, there's a fair amount of add to carts as well. So this is what we're looking like after about 14 or 15 hours running these ads. Hopefully the results on this can keep up, because this is great. I am itching to get the budgets up on these like right away, especially on that first CBO that's performing unbelievably. But I've been told not to touch the budgets on day 1. Let's see what tomorrow holds. Right lads, it is day number 2. It's currently 1 PM. First thing we're going to do, jump in, let's check out yesterday's results, see how it performed yesterday after 1 full day of running. Then we're going to get into today's results and see if there's any opportunities for scaling. So let's go and do that. So yesterday in total on the store we did £4,510 in sales. So these are the results after 1 full day of spending. And as you can see, we did pretty decently. Overall, across all the campaigns, we did 13 conversions at an average cost per acquisition of £14.48. So CBO 1 got 4 conversions, CBO number 2 got 5 conversions, and the ABO got 4 conversions, with our break-even CPA being £19. CBO number 2 performed really well. CBO number 1 was also profitable, and ABO 1 campaign wasn't. However, if we take a bit of a look deeper into ABO 1, there's actually an ad group in there that's performing quite good. That ad group number 2 got 3 conversions at a CPA of £8.39, which is obviously a lot lower than our break-even CPA. So I am only after noticing an issue with our conversion tracking. It's tracking the conversions fine, it's just not pulling over the actual values for all of the conversions. This isn't going to affect the cost per conversion, but it is going to affect the ROAS. So it just means until I actually sort this out, we won't be able to look at the ROAS to make decisions. So yeah, these are the results for day number 1 running these campaigns. And as far as the day 1 test goes, I would say that this is pretty good. Obviously at this stage we're just testing. We're looking for creatives, we're looking for campaigns that are doing well. And from this, I would say we definitely have some promising campaigns and promising ads. I'm really excited to see where we can take this. Right, so here we are, day number 2. It is currently 1 PM. So if we scroll across, we can see that we've actually done 7 conversions so far across all of the campaigns at a CPA of £13.20. So it's profitable so far today, which is great. So CBO 1 has spent £26 today and hasn't got one sale. CBO number 2 has spent £25 and it has 2 sales. And ABO 1 has 5 conversions at an £8 15p CPA. So within the ABO, I want to go and see where all the sales are actually coming from, and it looks like they're coming from ad group 2. Now, this is fantastic news because this is the exact same ad group where all of the sales came from yesterday. Let me put yesterday's date so I can actually show you. So here we go, this is day 1 and day 2 so far, and as you can see, it has 7 conversions at a £5.48 CPA. This is great. So my plan to scale is as follows. Basically, whenever the CBOs have a CPA lower than £11, I'm going to bump the budgets by about 50 to 100% for every 2 or 3 sales, as long as it stays under that CPA target. And unfortunately, as you can see, as of right now, we haven't met those targets, so I won't be bumping the budgets. For the ABO, given that one set of creatives is getting most of the sales across yesterday and today, I'm basically going to pause the other 2 ad groups, and I'm going to duplicate this a few times, maybe between like 5 and 10 times. I've been told this works really well. And I also might put up the budgets on the original ad group from 25 to 50. We're going to have a way higher budget tomorrow on the ABO, and I'm just hoping it pays off. And I set those up this evening. I'll set them to run for like midnight, and yeah, day 3 should be fun. Right lads, it's currently 3 p.m. The CBO2 that had 2 purchases earlier got another purchase. It's under our CPA target, so we're going to try and scale that. Yeah, CBO number 2 had 2 purchases earlier, and it's currently coming in under our CPA target of £11. So because of that, now we're going to scale it. It's currently on 50 a day. We're going to put that up to 100 a day and monitor the results. All right, so it is currently 5:30. Myself and Luna are currently doing the budgets, and the surf scale worked. They got 3 more purchases, so the budget is going to go from 100 to £200 a day now. Are you okay? Good. So yeah, I'm going to do that right now, and I'll come back if there's any more updates. So I'm big into giving value, especially when you're taking the time to watch my videos. So in the description, you'll find loads of free resources, like a free 5-day dropshipping mini course, a resource library packed full of tools that'll help you on your dropshipping journey. And we're also going to be updating that very soon with loads of AI prompts and tools that you can use to make dropshipping a lot easier. So I hope you find those useful. And if you're enjoying the video, don't forget to subscribe. Let's get back into it. So it is day 3 of the TikTok ads experiment. There was nothing more to update you on last night. We've got a lot more spend today, so I'll show you the results of that soon. But first, I want to show you the results from yesterday, and I want to show you some of the changes that we made in the account last night. So let's hop into the computer and I'll show you right now. Yesterday on the store in total, it was slightly down on the day before, but we did £4,022 in sales. Alright, so these are the results from yesterday, from all of the campaigns. As you can see, there are 2 new campaigns, but we'll get to that in just a minute. So the ABO got 6 sales, the CBO got 2 sales, and CBO number 1 also got 1 sale. So CBO number 1 was absolutely stinking yesterday, which wasn't good. So let me show you some of the changes I made last night to scale the accounts. So first of all, as you know, we were surf scaling CBO number 2, and that got as high as £200 per day. I brought that back down to £100 to see how that performed at that level. Within the ABO, I've duplicated the best performing ad set 10 times, and they're all spending £25 each per day. So that's an extra £250 per day in budget on the ABO alone. Then I thought, do you know what? I may as well test another market. When I'm doing this experiment, why not? So I set up one CBO in Ireland, and I also set an ABO up in Ireland as well. The setup of these campaigns are exactly the same as the UK setup. So from all of the changes that we made last night, it basically means that today we're spending £500 or £550 in ad spend. I'm just hoping that we can be profitable today. So it's currently noon on day 3. Let's hop in and see how the ads are doing so far today. So this is day number 3 results so far. As I mentioned, it's currently noon, so they've been running for like 12 hours or so. And as you can see, we're up to 10 purchases already today. With our break-even CPA being £19, we're not currently profitable. So let's go through these campaigns one by one and decide what to do. So first of all, CBO number 1 didn't perform that well yesterday, has spent nearly £30 today, and only has 2 add to carts. I'm going to turn that off now because it didn't perform that well yesterday either. Obviously, these are our 2 Irish campaigns. The ABO has spent £18 and the CBO has spent £13.24. It's obviously their first day running, so I'm not going to turn those off right now. They do have 4 and 5 add to carts each respectively, so we'll see how they do later on today. CBO number 2 is at a higher budget today of £100. It's currently spent £46 and it has 2 purchases at a cost per conversion of £23. So not profitable, but I'm not in a rush to turn that off just yet. So let's take a look now in the actual ABO and see how all of the new ad sets are doing. Right, so let's see where all of the sales are actually going to. So ad group number 2, which is the ad group that has been performing well, has got 4 purchases at a cost per conversion of £3.88. So this is super profitable. I'm probably going to put the budgets up on this. So copy 6 has 2 purchases at £4.80, which is also really good. And then we have 7, 4 and 3 all getting 1 conversion each. Basically all spent over £10. So all of the copies have basically spent over £10 now. So I'm going to see if any of the copies don't have any add to carts, and I'm going to turn those ones off. So there's no add to cart here. So copy number 1 doesn't have an add to cart, so I'm going to turn that off. Copy 10 also doesn't have any add to carts, and obviously no purchases, so I'm going to turn that off as well. As for scaling these, I'm going to bump the budgets on the original ad group 2 and then also copy number 6. And I'll do the exact same thing as I did yesterday with the CBOs. For every 2 or 3 purchases, and as long as the CPA is under 11, I'll bump the budgets by 50 to 100%. So ad group 2 is going to go to 100, and copy number 6 I'm going to put to 50. And until 7, 4 and 3 get at least 2 purchases, I'm not going to touch the budgets on those. Right, so we've still got a lot of the day to go. Hopefully the Irish campaigns can pick up a bit. Hopefully the ABO ad groups where we put the budgets up can build a bit of momentum now, and we can get the budgets up on those as well. So yeah, I will check back in later if there's anything to update you on. Right lads, it is day 4 of this TikTok ads challenge. Didn't record any more footage from yesterday, but I'll show you the results from day 3, and then we'll get in. I'll show you all the changes that I've made in day 4. We have gone a bit crazy with the changes, so I'll show you that in just a minute. Yesterday in total on the store we did almost £5,200, which was up almost 30% on the day before, so quite a good day. So these are the full results for day number 3. I'll be honest, didn't really go to plan, and we've made some drastic changes going into day 4. So I'll quickly run through these results and I'll show you all of the changes that I've made, and you can probably see some of them already given that some of the campaigns are turned off. So the ABO number 1 got 28 conversions. It was slightly profitable but not by much. The Ireland ABO got 3 conversions and it wasn't profitable. CBO number 2 got 3 conversions, wasn't profitable. CBO in Ireland got 1 conversion, lost a lot of money on that campaign. CBO number 1 got 0 conversions. Let's dive into the ABO in the UK and see where all of the 28 conversions came from. So as you can see, ad group number 2, which has been by far our best performer so far, and it got 9 conversions at a cost per conversion of £20. Now we were surf scaling this up during the day, and at a point it was really profitable, but then it just stopped getting sales. Copy 6 got 7 conversions, copy 3 got 6 conversions, copy 9 got 2 conversions. There was a few other sales as well that came from a few of the other ad groups. Overall, this campaign itself was slightly profitable. So yeah, in all honesty, there just wasn't that much to update you on yesterday. At the end of yesterday, I was quite disappointed with these results, especially because our top spender in the ABO didn't really get any more purchases after I put up the budgets. So at the end of yesterday, I was like, right, day 4, I want sales. I want to be really profitable on day 4 so we can just end this challenge on a really high note. So let me show you all of the stuff that I did last night into day 4. So I've been really aggressive and I've cut a lot of the ad groups and the things that just weren't making us money, and I'll show you that right now. Right, so these are current day results. It's currently 1 PM on day number 4 of this challenge. And you can see that we've made a lot of changes and we've cut a lot of the campaigns out of this. So currently we're only running 2 ABOs, one to the UK, which has always been running, and the Irish ABO as well. So let's take a look at the Irish ABO because we only have 1 ad group running in that. So as you can see, we only have ad group number 2 running. That got 2 purchases yesterday at a profitable CPA. So I've decided to keep this running today to see how it does. Now this is the UK ABO. We obviously made 10 duplicates of that a few days ago, and now we're only down to 4. So currently today, so far, ad group number 2 is up to £400 a day in daily budget. It has 8 conversions, and copy number 6 has 6 conversions at a £7 CPA, and I've bumped the budgets up on that to £200 per day. And then we have copy 3, 9 and 2, which aren't performing as well. Copy number 2 actually doesn't even have any add to carts, so I think I'm going to turn that off. So at the minute on this campaign, day number 4, it is looking quite good. Very profitable. The campaign is below our CPA target, so hopefully we can keep this up throughout the day and we can continue scaling ad group number 2 and get a lot more sales in. Quick update, literally I'm just leaving the house right now. It's 2 p.m. and we're after scaling the budgets once again, so the budgets right now are crazy on 2 of these ad sets. So copy 6 has actually overtaken the original ad group now in terms of sales today. So the original ad group is sitting on 9 sales at a cost per purchase of £10.45, and then copy number 6 is actually, it has 11 conversions at a 5.88 CPA. So both of the budgets have just gone from 400 up to 800 each. It's going crazy right now. If these results can keep up for the rest of today, we are going to make a lot of money. Alright, so a bit of a disaster here. The power is currently out in my house. It's out in all the area around me. Don't know when it's going to be fixed. So my PC is out of action. I was going to take my girlfriend's laptop to my parents' house, but I don't know the password for the ads manager. Text my business partner, he's not in the house and he won't be back for a few hours. We have 2 ad sets at an £800 a day budget right now, and so I'm kind of freaking out a little bit. The power is never out for too long, so I'm really just hoping that it comes back on soon so I can get back on the PC and get the budgets changed. But yeah, probably do need to back up these passwords anymore going forward. So lesson learned. Desperate times calls for desperate measures. So this is my old laptop. I'm going to take this to my parents. I'm hoping it is still logged in to the TikTok ads manager. And yeah, if this works, I'll be so happy. I'm in the car now. I need to go and get this charged up first, connect to the internet, and then hopefully it has all the information that I need. Right, this is the moment of truth. I haven't even used this laptop in ages, so I'm hoping it starts up no problem. Alright, so the panic is over. Got into the account, it's all good, but I probably will have to now put some limits on these because I can't guarantee that I'm going to be able to get back into it later, depending on when the power comes back. So I've turned off the ABO for now. Probably going to turn off a few of the ad groups, and I probably might even set the budgets lower on the ABOs here as well. As you can see, we've got 32 conversions today from the UK campaign. Ireland didn't get any, so I turned that off. So I've also turned a few of the ad groups off within the UK one. So this is kind of where we're sitting at right now with these ones. I've basically taken these down from 800 down to 250. They're not going to spend much for the rest of the day, so I don't know how many more conversions we'll actually get. Probably not many. So I'll probably update you tomorrow on how we did. It's a pity it had to end like this, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. So it is the day after the night before, and this challenge or this experiment is now over. So I'm going to show you the results from yesterday, how much profit we've actually made over the 4 days, which is probably going to shock you. And then yeah, just where we go from here. Yesterday on the store we did £5,200 in sales, which was up almost 30% on the day before. So I didn't make any changes last night after the last clip of me changing the budgets and lowering everything. We did end up getting the power back a few hours later, so it didn't stay off for too long, which was good. Campaign yesterday we did 43 purchases at a cost per conversion of £13, which is quite good. As you can see, ad group number 2 and copy number 6 performed very similarly, and the copy number 3 also performed pretty well. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the results yesterday, and it looks like our decision to cut loads of stuff on day 3 paid off. You're probably wondering how much money did we actually make through this whole process. Let me show you. Alright, so I've gone through and I've compiled the numbers for the whole process, and over the course of the past few days we've done 104 orders. For the revenue, we have done £3,640 in revenue. Before I go any further, let me know in the comments, what profit do you think I actually made from this £3,640? In profit, across the 4 days, we made £193, and this is at a margin of 5%. Now, you might be a bit disappointed with those numbers. However, I want to explain one thing. Because we did so much testing and we spent a lot of money doing so, we now have ad groups that have been consistently profitable over the course of the past few days. While other ad groups that weren't spending as efficiently have brought the overall results down, we can now continue running these ad groups and make more money in the long term. And I'll show you that right now. So this is the actual breakdown over the course of the past few days, and as you can see, all of the profit was basically made in day 4. Just because the challenge is finished doesn't mean that I'm going to stop running these ads. In fact, I'm definitely going to keep running these ads. ads in the ABO that were running yesterday that made all of the money are hopefully going to stay consistent for a little bit longer, and we're going to try and extract more profit out of those. Even though, yes, we only made a 5% margin across these 4 days, I would hope that over the course of the next week we can make more profit from these exact ads, and it's only because all of the testing that we did to get to this point. Now that I know you can get decent profit from TikTok, I'm definitely going to continue running these ads and testing more things. There's also a few opportunities within TikTok that I still haven't even tested. For example, the smart campaigns, and a lot of people have told me about cost caps on CBOs. So let me know in the comments if you want to see me make a part 2 on this video. Again, testing smart campaigns, cost caps, and also just trying to scale these more. If you've got this far in the video, I just want to say a massive thank you. I would really appreciate it if you haven't already to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and again, yeah, just drop a comment. It helps out massively. I think that's it for this video, so I really hope you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next video.